Welcome everyone. We're going to be getting started in about 5 minutes with IML TV educator, Melissa Gonzalez. Take this time right now to get more of your trading partners on the line. All right. So that way they can learn, they can ask whatever questions they want to ask. IML TV educator, Melissa Gonzalez. Take this time right now, invite more people to the webinar. We will be getting started in the next 5 minutes. Welcome to the call, everyone. If you can hear my voice and if you can see the screen, type a 1 in the chat. If you can hear my voice and see my screen, type a 1 in the chat. We're going to get started real shortly here with IML TV educator Melissa Gonzalez. Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much. Thank you. Now, I believe that if you try to be on time for something, you're going to be late. But if you're early, you're on time. So you know what? We're going to start getting this thing rolling right now. Now, the person that I'm going to bring up is someone who I have a tremendous amount of respect for. She's actually the one that put me on to trading in the markets. And we're talking about 3 years ago. Melissa and I, we were dating at first. And I remember one time, she set an alarm for 3 o'clock in the morning, placed a trade, and before she went into work the next day, she literally profited like $300 with her trading. She woke up for the London session, took a look at the market, placed a couple of quick trades, went back to sleep, woke up in profits before she went to work the next day. And that's when I realized that trading is the deal. Trading is very special, very revolutionary. Today, me and her, we're now partners. It's Father's Day. We have our son here rocking with us over here. And Melissa is taking time out of her day to really pour value into you guys. So without further ado, I'm going to hand this off to IML TV educator, Melissa Gonzalez. Guys, take notes, write your questions down, all right? To think is to put in the ink. So if you have questions, make sure you have it already prepared so that way she can properly answer your questions and help you with your trading. All right. Without further ado, Melissa Gonzalez.
Hi, everyone. Hold on. We're switching off laptop for baby.
Happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there.
Oh, yes. Happy Father's Day. Here's his mom. Hi, everyone. I'm sorry that I'm slightly late. Our Father's Day brunch was ran a little bit later than expected, but nonetheless, we are here. We are on. Okay, so let me see. Now, today you guys wanted to get on. This is going to start off as a Q&A, as well as the 6 p.m. one. Obviously, I'm here to answer any questions that you guys have. Anything you guys want me to show you or explain from my sessions, we can do so today. So let me find. Let me see who's on. Where do I pull up the chat? Of course he does. Where do I pull up the chat?
The lower right-hand side.
In the lower right-hand side? Here? I need to see their question. You said lower right-hand side. Where are they?
Right there, you see, click more. Right there, see? And
click chat. The chat. Why didn't I not see that? Thanks, guys. Okay, so I have the chat up, my blind self, waiting for my new glasses to come in. So what are the questions that you guys have? Talk to me. What are your concerns? What do you need help with? Let me know. Now would be the time that we can address it with a little bit more time. Can you guys hear me and see me? Okay, how to find the best entry and exit. Okay, well, first of all, John, what tools are you using to trade? What indicators, tools, whatever you like to call them, what are you using to analyze the market? Okay, now, do you like the RSI and stochastic? Is there a specific reason that you use those two? Crypto, Forex. Do you know a broker that offers all three, crypto, Forex, and binary? Because I know Traders Way.
Traders Way offers crypto.
Offers crypto now.
Offers crypto, but with binary options.
I don't think there is one that offers all three.
There is. It's Santon Direct, but it's very limited.
Yeah, and I don't like Santon Direct. JFX offers crypto, I know. I don't think they offer binary, though.
No,
they don't. Yeah, unfortunately, I think you will have to open, at the very least, 2 different brokers. One for your binary, and then, like I said, Traders Way now off. I've been with Traders Way since I started trading. I've never had any issues with them. Withdrawing, depositing, trade issues, never. And they offer crypto now and Forex. So you would go with one and then another for your binary.
BinaryMate.com.
Ness recommends BinaryMate.com. Okay, well, the reason why I asked you why you use stochastic and RSI is because, sorry, we have a new member to our family. I got my little girl a kitten yesterday, and the dog and the cat are still getting familiar with one another. But the reason why I asked you, because stochastic and RSI, they're 2 indicators that work primarily pretty much in the same way. But you have to remember that they are also lagging indicators. You should be using, at the very least, the very basics, support and resistance, trend lines. Those are 2 recommended musts that you should be using. Fibonacci, your Fibonacci retracement is going to give you entries, exits, targets, and stop loss areas, all on its own. So you should definitely incorporate that into your trading. If you really want to use an indicator, I prefer the Parabolic SAR, then it would be the stochastic. I'm not a big fan of the RSI at all. I don't know how many of my sessions you've been on, but I use T-line trading a lot. And it's a combination of 2 exponential moving averages that will also help you with entries and exits. That's the 8 EMA and the 12 or 20 EMA. So let's try to prevent you from losing any more of what's in your account. Guys, now would be the time. Ask your questions if you want me to demonstrate how to use Fibonacci or anything like that. Ooh. Sorry, guys. This is our kitten, and he's running away from the dog. The dog is extremely friendly. The Sunday gap. What are you referring? Not every currency pair opens up with a gap. A lot of, sorry guys. Leave the cat alone. Leave him alone. Such a friendly dog. But ask me, or like, what more about the Sunday gap? Should you trade it? Should you not? What is your specific question in regards? Okay, so what happens in a Sunday gap? The market's not open yet, so we won't, but it opens up soon and we'll most likely still be on, so we can check if any pairs actually opened up with a gap. So what happens is that, let me see. We're not even on my laptop, I'm on Nessa's laptop. You can trade the Sunday gap. So what happens is where the market closed previously on Friday, it will either open above or below where the market opened. And then the hope is that the market closes the gap. So the market will retrace back up or down to where it originally closed on the previous day. Okay. Does that make sense, Anthony? Or Anthony, I'm sorry. Anthony. Okay, so bear with me because I am on TradingView, which I'm very old school. I like MetaTrader. It's very simple and easy to use. So I am on Nessa's laptop because we just wanted to make sure that the Zoom worked. And we want to, hold on. I thought I just saw Fibonacci here. Am I blind?
What are you looking for?
The Fibonacci retracement.
Oh, it's going to be right where the pitchfork is.
Here?
Yep, over to the right. See that? Yeah.
Okay.
Fib retracement. Right
I kind of like this a little bit more.
Yeah,
I know, I'm blind. I have
this
to
is
just
way
look.
better than the MetaTrader.
Okay, so we have it here. Oh, but I end on the 5-minute chart. Let's change this. Thanks, guys. To open the right indicator, I'm not sure I understand that question properly. But let's go ahead. We're on candlesticks. Ugh, he really needs to invest in parallels. It's like a love-hate relationship with this. Okay, so the way you want to use your Fibonacci. Wait, did I just lose the pitchfork?
You just click to the arrow to the right of the pitchfork.
Oh, where'd it go?
Oh, it's already set.
Oh, it's already there.
So go to Fib retracement. Yep.
Okay. So with the Fib retracement, guys, you want to draw it either, it depends on the trend that you're in. So let's say, for example, right here, we're looking at the hour time frame for the USD JPY, right? And this is a clear uptrend. So you want to take it from the most recent low to the most recent high. And I don't mean from body of the candle to body of the candle. You want to literally take it from wick to wick. Okay? And what this is going to do, I want to close this. Okay, so close that. Too many things in my way. Binary mate.
If you got questions on binary, I'll be happy to jump on right after.
Yeah, if you guys have any questions on binary, Ness said he can jump on right after me to answer any of those questions. Okay. So what you're looking for, where it normally retraces, where you're normally going to have a pullback, with your Fibonacci is around the 38.2 area. So as we can see here, we're starting off with a 100% line, and it's going to work its way up to the 0% line, okay? So he actually added the 078.6. I don't necessarily use this one. I don't know if this maybe comes just normal with Trader's View, or did you configure your Fibonacci?
No, I'm standard.
Okay, so this is how it comes standard. Oh, what did I do? This is how it comes standard on, I feel like I did something here. I like this, but I don't like this.
Yeah.
No, there's just like this. Can I move this?
Yeah.
Move it to my way.
See these polka dots over here?
I just clicked on them. Oh.
Yep, there you go.
Okay, yeah. The less stuff in my way, the better. Okay. So why do I feel like this just reversed on me? Okay. So you're going to draw on an uptrend. You're going to draw from the most recent low, like I said, to the most recent high. Okay, so okay, there we go. So 0 to 100. So this is your golden ratio, 61.8 area, or 0.618 area. Okay, so you see how it came here, right? But even though it came here, your blue is your profit, right? We have our chart set up entirely different. And red is
If you want, you can get on your MacBook and I'll give you the powers admin so you can share your screen from your MacBook.
set it up for me.
Yeah.
I hate Trader's View. I gotta get used to this. But I'm very, like I said, guys, I'm very old school. Whatever works for you, knock yourselves out. But as you can see here, it went back up all the way to the 0% line. Okay. Pulls back down to the 38.2, came back up, and then had a range of consolidation here. Okay, so the areas that you're looking for pullbacks are the 38.2 with Fibonacci. It will either come straight to, normally it will respect fibs and it'll go straight to the 0. Or you're looking for retracement at the 618 area, or the 618, yeah. Now, in regards to, somebody asked a question, is there any more questions on Fibonacci? And what do you mean, John, by teach you to open the right indicator? There's many indicators. It really is a matter of preference. That's why I asked you, are the RSI and stochastics something that you love, that you've mastered, or is it just something that you use based off what somebody else told you? Bollinger Bands, SAR. Okay, so the parabolic SAR, let me see where this is here. So it has them here. Okay, I see the dots. They're just very light. Okay. Can you guys see the dots of the parabolic SAR?
Switch.
Oh, gimme.
Switch.
Okay, you're gonna see it better on my MetaTrader. Bring me my laptop.
You don't want to sit up there?
Guys. Am I on share screen?
All right, now you can share your screen.
Desktop, right? Stay on. I just want you to know if you can see my screen. Ah. Can you see my screen, honey? Okay, so much better. I have to get myself first on trading you. So it's like, okay. So let's pull up the chat so I can see. Okay. So your parabolic, huh? Yeah, can you hear? I know you're not gonna know if you can hear. Hold on, guys. Yeah, as long as you guys can hear me, that's fine. Okay, so I'm gonna add, you're gonna see the parabolic SAR lock here on mine. Okay, so the way that this works is that when it's on an uptrend, all these dots start to form, right? Right under. So that signifies you for a buy. When they're above, it signifies for a sell. Now you are going to have areas of consolidation. So either the little dots get extremely, extremely tight that they almost actually connect and form a line. I'm trying to find it. Or the dots will just be extremely close versus a longer uptrend when they're more separated. Does that make sense? Now let's insert. So now, as you guys can see, your parabolic, your Bollinger Bands, those are all trend indicators, right? Momentum indicators. C, medium, C green. Okay. Let's see here. Okay. So your Bollinger Bands, once you place them in, they form, as you can see, your three lines, right? Now, what I'm not sure of is, I think those might be the Elliott waves. Okay, so with most, if I'm not mistaken, your Elliott waves, you can change the colors on. Okay, guys. So your Bollinger Bands, once they start to, let me find you guys a good example. Fix the time frame, maybe that'll help. Let me remove. No wonder. Laptop is giving off massive heat, burning my blood. I'm sorry, honey. No, fix this. Okay. All right. So when they are getting obviously closer together, here you can see it's kind of in a consolidation. Ah, so much better. I don't like a clouded chart. So as you can see, when they're closer together, it heads into a range of consolidation. Now, your Bollinger Bands are just, it's a trend indicator. So like any other trend indicator, it's supposed to help you. Oh, you're shaking your mind. It's supposed to help you navigate or tell what trend you're going into. Okay, so somebody asked something Bollinger Bands. What in specific, is it something that you use? Is it something that you want to use? Like, what's your specific question in regards to the Bollinger Bands? Ask away. I think there was like 2 people. Something just came up about the Zoom. This free meeting will end in 10 minutes. The host needs to upgrade. Yes, and when it gets wider on the bottom, it means buy. When it gets closer, it means consolidation. Yes. Correct, Brian. You actually have it very correct. Not everybody like I said, whatever indicator you're going to use, it's really going to be a matter of preference. Okay, so like I said, like Brian said perfectly, when it gets wider on the bottom, buy. When it gets wider on the top, sell. When it gets closer together, you can tell there's going to be a period of consolidation, or it can also mean a change in the market. Do you scalp? Do you use Bollinger Bands a lot? Oh, yeah. So I'm not a scalper, so I wouldn't be able to say if it's good for scalping, but Ness says yes. He's a scalper and he definitely uses them. There's definitely different things that you can use for trends. Like, for example, if you want to know what way the trend is, you can set 200 EMA. So when my purple line is the 200 EMA. So when the purple line is above the candlesticks, it represents a downtrend. When it is below them, signifies an uptrend. Okay. Yeah, Ness is a good scalper. So obviously you guys, most of you that are on here should be on my Telegram. And he is trading Mondays and Wednesdays, Tokyo session 6 p.m.
I'm actually changing it to 10 p.m.
Oh, so he's actually changing it to 10 p.m. The 200 EMA is just taking your, depending on the candlestick that you're on, it's taking, so we're on the 4-hour time frame. So it takes the closing of the last, I think, like, what is it, 200 candles. It's good to know how to calculate EMAs and SMAs if you're going to tweak them and use you're going to like make your own numbers for your own strategy. But if you're using like very atypical EMAs or SMAs, 220, they're very, it just takes the closing period of the last semi amount of candles, depending on which EMA number you're using for whatever time frame you're on. 1 hour, 4 hour, daily. Do you have a scalpers tutorial? Maybe we should create one, or you should create one.
Yeah, so when I jump on after you, I'll go through some of my numbers. I use 4 strategies with both.
Okay, so he uses 4 different strategies with Bollinger Bands, but he'll get on as well and go through a few of the scalper stuff with you guys, because I know we have a lot of scalpers in the chat. But like I said, the combination, if you want to use the T-line trading, and you're using an 8, you see how that hugs very closely to the movement in the chart. And then you want to do a 20. Ooh. I swear I'm still on a lack of sleep. Okay, so the two represent trend line trading. I normally use the 8 and the 12. But you can use the 8 and the 20. So when they cross, it's going to signify either a trend change or a period of consolidation. And when the EMAs cross, it will let you know to close out a trade as well. But what you're looking for in sense with the T-line trading is you're looking, let me remove the Bollinger Bands. I can't. When you have a crowded chart, I feel like it restricts you from properly analyzing and reading the chart. Okay, so when you have a candlestick that fully opens and closes above your EMAs, you're signaled for a buy. When you have a candlestick that fully opens and closes under your EMAs, it signifies you for the sell. Okay, so keep your questions coming. I know it says we have 4 minutes remaining, but we'll just, I don't know what's going on with this. We'll just jump back on. Okay, no, Ness is going to take care of it now. But normally, yeah, this is just a very easy way to get in and out of trades. So, like I said, entering and exiting trades. Your Fibonacci is going to be a great tool for this. Downtrend, top, bottom to top. Downtrend, top to bottom, okay? Your EMA, you want to use 8 and 12. Your Bollinger Bands, if you're scalping, that will be a question we'll ask Ness. If you're not scalping, your regular setting on your Bollinger Band will be fine. Okay, so when you're using Fibonacci, no, let me be very clear. Your EMAs, this specific combination of EMAs, will only work up until the 1 hour time frame. This works better on longer time frames. So I know a lot of you guys are scalpers, so I'll have him get on and talk to you about scalping for a few minutes. But for those of you that were talking about entering and exiting trades, look. You see how it starts at the 100 line, ends at the 0 line, comes down to the 50% line, consolidates in a slight up way, comes back down, right, at the 50% line, pulls back up, breaks through your fib. Okay, so another uptrend here. Yes, there is another session at 6. Okay. Okay, but normally your areas of pullback will be the 38.2 and you'll have a retracement at the 61.8 area. Okay. Now, do you guys have any more questions, or are these more now scalping questions and I can have Ness get on for a few minutes? But if you have any more regular basic Forex questions, not basic questions, but I mean like Forex stuff, ask now. Okay. Oh, you're so sweet. So again, with your fib, John, okay, so let me find a good example. Hold on. Trying to find a way to, no, it's only gonna make it bigger. Don't chicken out of a trade. Okay, so when you see this has gone up, right? It has broken through. Let me find a really good example for you. Nope, that's right. Scared money don't make money. Okay, EuroCAD. Okay, you see we drew our fibs here from top to bottom, 100 to 0% line. It came up to the 38.2, consolidated a little bit, and then pulled back down. It hasn't broken down that trend line as of yet. Okay, so what we're looking for is for it to come back up to the 61.8. Oh, what am I drawing? Are you making squiggly lines?
No.
Because I know that wasn't me. Who made those squiggly lines? Okay, a pullback, you're gonna have a pullback to an area of congestion, probably either your previous support or resistance, depending on which way you're going in the trend. When you come up for 61.8 and it retraces back down, you're looking for a full retracement back down to the 0% line. So pullback won't necessarily come back down to the 0% line from a 38.2. It's going to come back down, as you can see here, to this previous minor resistance here. Okay, the retracement, once it comes up here, if it doesn't break and go straight to the 100% line, it will retrace back down to the 0% line, which was previous support, if that makes sense. Now, pip risk, John, for example, here, right? Let's say you got into this trade here, you were risky, you went, you jumped in, right? So your first area, or let's say you jumped in when it broke the trend line, right? Broke your trend line here, okay, around this area here. you got into the trade. Your first area of take profit would be the 38.2. Okay? Now, normally the rule is once you hit this 38.2, once you hit that first take profit, you want to secure your profits and move your stop loss up to the 23.6 area. I wouldn't put it necessarily at the 23.6 area because of pullbacks. So now it hit the 38.2, your first take profit, consolidate a little bit, pulled back down, okay, to the previous resistance. Now my stop loss were be at the 23.6, I would have gotten stopped out of the trade. I would put it at least midway between the 0% and the 23.6 area, okay? It's going to come back up, hit the 38.2 again, okay? 50% line, 61.8% line. So the theory is after every take profit you hit, you want to move up your stop loss to secure your profits. Okay, I like wider stop losses for fear of getting stopped out of a trade, especially if it's just by a few pips. Okay, so when you start off a trade here at the 0% line, you want to put your take profit below, your stop loss below it. Take profit 1, 2, 3, 4, or you can even do take profit 1, 2, and 3. Your fourth being the 100% line, and that's it will not always break the 61.8. But sometimes it will, and it will go up all the way to the 100% line. And as you saw before in the chart that we were in before on TradingView, it broke the 100%. So it does happen. It will break that resistance. Okay. Okay. Where did that squiggly line come from? Can you erase it? It's distracting me. I have like ADD right now.
See that?
Mm-hmm.
It's clear.
Clear all the
Yeah.
Fabulous.
So next time, just go to annotate and clear it all.
Gotcha. Are you asking me, or how many trades should you take at once? John? Okay, well, it all depends on what you're starting off your account with, what your leverage is. I don't know if those are questions you want to freely answer on the chat, or if you want to have a private discussion about, that's up to you. But if you start off an account with 500 and you use the 1 to 100 leverage, a swing trade, you should really only take one swing trade at a time. If you're taking day trades, I would say maybe 2 at the max until you build up that account. Yeah, that's why. If you were taking multiple trades with an account that size, that's usually what will happen. Okay, so do you guys want Ness to come on really quick and talk about scalping? Because I know we have a lot of scalpers on here. And then I can come. Best pairs to trade. Well, that's depending on what session you're trading. Like Nas trades Tokyo session, so he trades a lot of the yen pairs. The only yen pair I really trade would be USD JPY, maybe Euro JPY. But other than that, USD, actually, let me pull it up. I'll tell you the trades I like, the pairs I like the most. So Euro USD, yes. GPB USD, yes. USD JPY, yes. USD CAD is not bad either. Euro GPB, yes. Euro JPY, yes. GPB JPY, yes. Gold, yes. And that's really it for pairs that I like to actually trade. Oh. No problem, guys. All right. You want to get on with you and talk about scalping? You want to go on mine? Hold on.
No, it's cool. Just give me the power. Go to participants. Go by my name and then promote me as a host.
You're gonna have to repeat that. But hold on.
All right. Go
Wait. I have a question. Okay. So, for example, the only two sessions that I like to trade overlapped are London and New York. There is a lot of liquidity, volatility, and in my opinion, two of the best times to trade. So, for example, Ness trades Tokyo session. He's literally just trading the Tokyo session. But that doesn't mean that other traders are not, you're either trading the entire session, yes, or like I said, if you're trading, for example, London and New York, and you have the ability to stay up and trade those two sessions, you're running right through them. You're getting up, you're analyzing right before London session actually begins. You're waiting for the open of the London session, looking to see how the market moves, going ahead, placing your trades during the London. Then when you have the open of the New York session, when it overlaps, it even creates more volatility. Sorry, guys, baby. It will create even more volatility in the market. So, but you have traders that will just strictly trade one session, or they will trade both of them and trade the overlap. I like to trade London and New York, both. I do not trade Tokyo session, and I certainly don't trade the Sydney session. Now, I very rarely take daily trades, John. I'm more of a swing trader, so my trades last a little bit longer than a day, couple days, maybe even a week. So I'm looking for larger profits, 200 plus pips per trade is usually what I go after, if that helps. Don't smother him with kisses. That's my job. How can you achieve being a swing trader? You want to execute on the either hour, 4 hour. I kind of prefer the 4 hour. You want to analyze on the daily and weekly, and even on the 4 hour. But like I said, the swing trading, you definitely need a larger account for. If you have 500, you're gonna be able to do at least one decent swing trade at a time. Oh, minimum? You can start trading with $100 if you wanted to.
Traders with $10.
But traders are really $10?
$10.
No, they've lowered that then. But yeah, apparently you could even start trading with $10. For swing trading, I would do at least a minimum of 500. That way you can at least take one trade at a time and compound that. But the actual recommended minimum amount for swing trading is at least 1,000. But yeah, you can literally take a very small amount and start trading and compounding. Starting with scalping and then account and maybe switching over to day trading. And then once you've hit at the very least a minimum, you can decently swing trade. My little baby. No, they used to be, but not so much anymore. For you're looking at swipe trades are more scalping to maybe even day trades, but they're not producing a lot of swing trades. And I'll tell you why, because not everybody has an account that can withstand a swing trade. So, you know, when you have those drawdowns or you have a large pullback, that's why in swing trading, your stop loss needs to be wide. I mean, wide if you're even going to use one. Because your account needs to be able to withstand those dips and the high dips and the low dips in the market. Scalping, your maximum time frame that you're going to use is an hour, but it depends. There's people that take multiple trades maybe on the minute and 5 minute chart, or if you want to take a little bit of a longer trade, 15 to 30 minute, but maximum up to an hour. No problem. Any more questions before I let Ness come on really quick and talk to you guys about scalping and binary? He'll do both. And then I'm coming back on at 6 anyway, so. All right. You still want to use with a $500 account, I would stick to the 0.1, 0.2 with 1,000. Depends how much you really want to risk. I was a riskier trader and I would do like 0.15, 0.20. But really, if you're starting off with 1,000, you want to keep it between the 0.1 and the 0.5. But with 500, you want to keep that really at 0.1. Because like I said, remember, when you're swing trading, you're not looking like at a measly 50 pips. You're looking for longer for example, like let's say here, with this trend line trading, you would have gotten in, let's say, for example, here at the open and close of this candle, which was right under the EMAs. Okay, let's say you didn't get out of the cross. Let's say you're following Fibonacci right now, right? And you get out of this trade around here, which would probably be around the 0% line. Of your Fibonacci, you're looking at roughly 415 pips. So you do the math. Okay, so entries and exits. I would honestly, John, stick with your Fibonacci. Like I said, let me just insert it here really quick. High to low. See what I mean? Even if you would have taken this trade here, right? You're using your T line to get into the trade, and you're going down to your 0% line on your Fibonacci. You're roughly looking at over 400 pips, easily. Okay, and then here is a buy zone, right? But let's say you wait for the open and close. This is a shorter trade. Okay, and you take it here to the doji. Oh, shish kebabs. Here, and you take it to the doji. It's still 195 pips. So, it is a shorter term trade, but you're still clearing almost 200 pips per trade. So I would switch over to trend line trading, and definitely use your Fibonacci retracement. Like I told you, your Fib is going to be good for entries, exits, areas of take profit. Yes, guys, candlestick patterns are such an underutilized tool to use when trading. People are like, oh, I don't really use that. Well, if you trade double tops, you need to know what they look like. Double bottoms, head and shoulders, dojis, hammers, hanging mans, inverted. Whatever you're using, it's going to give you an indication that something is happening in the market. So you can definitely use that. I said as an indicator. What did I say? I got into the trade here, and where did I pull out? At the doji. Because why? Because the doji is telling me that there's indecision in the market. Something is going to happen. And what happens? The market takes a nice trip to the downside. So I would have closed out had I taken this trade 195 pips. Yes, mister. You want to fully open and close. See why, even though this engulfing candle, yeah, you could get in probably midway during the engulfing candle. But to be accurate, right, with the T-line trading, you want to take it at a full open and close of the candle, either below or above the EMA. When it's below the EMA, you're good for the sell. When it's above the EMA, you're good for the buy. Okay. So yeah, definitely use a combination, and definitely use trend lines, guys. Trend lines are very, very, very a very good tool to use. Questions? Any more questions? Other than scalping and binary questions.
Access to type 1 if you want to learn binary.
No, yeah, a lot of people have to scalp one. I don't know about binary. Do you guys want to know about binary or just mostly scalping? Type 1 for binary, 2 for scalping. Well, no, well, it is the same thing, but binary is a lot faster, in my opinion. 2, 2, 2, 1, 2. All right, so you have binary and scalping. So maybe you might want to just touch on both.
Yeah.
All right. So, all right, how do I transfer this back to you, Guru? Zoom Guru? Here, you do it.
All right.
Changing my vote to 1, 2. I love it.
All right, we're going to go over here and find me.
Give you back the power.
The power. Yes. All right, now I got it. Here, take the baby. And put yourself on mute.
The baby. My baby. My baby. Did you hear me?
Yep.
I just unmuted myself.
All right. So we got a couple people that want to learn about binary and also a little bit about scalping. So what I'm going to do is share my screen. All right. Let me just make sure everything is good here. Babe, I need you to mute yourself. Matter of fact, I got it. Okay, you muted. Good. All right. Share my screen, guys. Here. All right, so first I'm going to go over binary because it's very simple. Now, I'm going to type it here in the chat. I'm going to list a couple of websites that you can use to trade binary options. So you have finrally.com, you have binarymates.com, and you also have binarysent.com. All right, so these three websites, there's not really much of a difference between them. They're just, binary options brokers that utilize the same binary trading platform. So I'm going to sign in real quick. All right. Give it 1 second. All right, so I got a couple of proof videos on YouTube of me trading, and several times I took a $500 account to over 1,000. Took a $500 account, turned into a couple thousand. Took a $500 account, turned into 10,000. So I've done that plenty of times, and I've grown the skill set to really trade binary options. And when I trade binary options, I use my scalping strategies to do it. So just to quickly explain, binary options is actually very, very simple, more simple than what most people make it seem. Really what it is this, okay? You'll see a tick chart that you see over here, or you can switch it to candles, okay? You can switch it to candles. I like keeping it on tick charts, all right? Because when I do my analysis, I usually do my analysis using the IML web analyzer or TradingView. All right, so I usually just leave it, at the tick level over here just to take a look at strict price action. And it's actually very simple. So let's say, for example, right now, I'm analyzing, here we are on the USD JPY. Let me just clear this out real quick. Okay. Right now, we're taking a look at the USD JPY. Now, I like taking a look at the 4-hour first just to see what the long-term trend is. So that way I can see what it's doing. Looks like we can see it real clearly. Parabolic SAR is picking up that this is currently going on the uptrend. All right. You can also see it very clearly. So we know long-term wise, it's moving in a bullish direction. You know, look at the 1 hour real quick, but really what I like to focus on is the 5 minutes. Now, the reason why I'm focusing here on the 5 minutes is because when you trade binary options, the max time that you get into a trade is 30 minutes, okay? So this is what I do, guys, okay? I do my analysis using TradingView or the IMO Web Analyzer, okay? And I trade using this platform. So let me just, quickly explain how it works. This is your current account balance right over here to the upper right-hand side, if you can follow my mouse here. Now, this is the time that you want to get out of a trade once you enter a trade, all right? So let's say I'm looking for a 15-minute, move because I'm taking a look at the 5-minute candles, candles over here. And if I feel that within the next 15 minutes, this is absolutely going to go down, then guess what? I might be looking for a sell, all right? So here's the amount that you're risking. Okay, so remember, when it comes to binary options, there is no stop loss. There is no take profit. It's very straight up. This is the amount of money you're risking, okay? This is the time that you're going to get out of the trade regardless of the outcome, okay? Because that's the time you set for yourself. And here's the profit that you would make, okay, once you win the trade. So just like if you were at a Vegas deal desk, right? You got to pay to play. So this is what you're risking, $100. If you lose the trade, you lose the $100. When you win the trade, you win your $100 plus the profit, okay? Now, why $80, all right? Well, because USD JPY is paying 80% if you win. So 80% based on what you are risking. 80% based off of what you are risking. So let's say we had it at a $1,000, position, right? $1,000. And let me just type it in, make it quicker. All right, you can see 80% payout if I win that trade, okay? So let's take a look at the charts real quick. Let's see what's going on over here. We see some consolidation, but still moving in an upwards direction. Okay, now multiple touches. We can clearly see a trend line. I don't really need to draw it, but I'll do it anyway. Now, I personally like using TradingView. My partner does not. She likes the old school, MetaTrader. Nothing wrong with that. So we see multiple touches here on the trend, and we saw that it spiked up. Moreover, I'm using Bollinger Bands. So there's certain strategies that I use using Bollinger Bands. So yes, when I am trading binary options, essentially what I'm doing is scalping. That's really what I'm doing. It's just that when you trade binary options, it's a different style of trading Forex. Binary options is Forex, just a different style of executing Forex trades, right? So let me bring this over here, okay? So we see what's going on. It bounced, all right, went up. Now, all right, it touched the top of the Bollinger Band, okay, and it went down. Several strategies I use when I'm looking at Bollinger Bands. Now, this is when scalping comes into play. When you trade Bollinger Bands, it's very simple, right? 90%, if those of you that are writing notes, 90% of the market is moving from the top to the bottom of the Bollinger Band. Okay, 90% of the market moves within the top and bottom Bollinger Bands. 10% of the time, it's outside of it, all right? So it's outside of it mostly if it's a fake out or if it's a breakout, okay, or if there's a shift in momentum. Now, when you see it narrow, okay, when you see it narrow, that means there's barely volatility. However, when you see it widen, right, that means there's a lot of volatility, okay? Couple things. If you see, all right, that it's touching the top Bollinger Band, or it's outside the Bollinger Band, or is next to the top of the Bollinger Band, it's an indication that it's going to be a sell. Now, remember this. All indicators are just confirmations. No indicator is 100% accurate, right? What we see over here, it hit the top of the Bollinger Band, and then what it did, it went down, okay? Several things here. This is a clear sell. Two things can happen here. Either it'll use this middle band, which is a moving average, a simple moving average. It can use this middle band as support, okay? But if it breaks through, you know for a fact, okay, it's going to hit the bottom of the Bollinger Band if it breaks through. There's a 50% rule. You know, I want you to look at Bollinger Bands like rubber bands, right? It hit the top, right? And it snapped back down. It could use this as support or it could continue going down, right? If you see, okay, and we'll look more into the history over here. Look at this very strong move going up, all right? So we see over here, it hit the top, it hit the bottom of the Bollinger Band, and what it did, okay, it bounced up. Now, it could have used the middle band as a resistance line, all right, the simple moving average as a resistance line, but it broke through that. So clear indication is going to go to the other side, all right? So that's a simple strategy. If it's touching the top, or it's around the top or outside the top, sell. If it's touching the bottom, about to touch the bottom, or outside of the bottom Bollinger Band, most likely it is a buy, okay? Now, other things, okay? In this case over here, we see that it's surfing on the surface. So in this case, when it surfs, you want to go with the trend because the trend is your friend. You see this move over here is just riding. Okay, it's just riding. So you want to trade with the trend. You don't want to, you know, hit the Bollinger Band and then you want to like sell right away. If you see a very strong move going up, there's a shift of momentum, and you see over here that the Bollinger Bands widen. So that means there's a lot of volatility that hit the market. So most likely, this was most likely a news update here. Okay, so you see it's surfed. So when you see that it's surfing, you want to surf along with it, whether it's on the top or whether it's on the bottom. All right, very simple. Now, let's take a look at what's going on over here. All right. So we see long-term wise, looks like it's going to continue going uptrend. So what it's doing is just kind of consolidating. So it hits over here, it jumps up, then you're going to experience a pullback. It most likely it might hit the middle of the Bollinger Band. So right now I could take advantage of a quick sell. We on the 5-minute chart, and I predict that within the next 10 minutes or the next 2 candlesticks, okay, we can see that it's going to hit the middle for the most part. So what I'll do is I can actually place a little sell. All right. So USD JPY, okay, right now the market says 696, 696, 694, around that area. I want to check this out for a second, and then we're going to enter a trade. So what I usually do, just to show people how it works, is I'll use a $1 position because it's nothing. It's just an example. But let's just say I don't want to let you guys wait, 15 minutes because this is an example trade. This doesn't count. I'm going to do a 1-minute trade. $1 for 1 minute, and I'm going to place a quick sell. Okay? My entry is 695. So this right here, call, this is buy at market. This over here is sell. This is sell at market. The bottom line is this. Since I put a sell, as long as the market is anywhere below my entry, by the end of the time expiration, I won the trade. If I place the buy at market, as long as the market is above okay, my entry by the time expiration, which is 1 minute, I won that trade. It's very straight up. I don't have to calculate pips. I don't have to put in the take profit. I don't have to put in the stop loss. It's straight up. I either win or lose, and I determine when I want to get out of trade. So you guys just saw me live, make $1.80, okay, which was my payout, all right, $1.80 in a 1 minute trade. You guys saw how easy it was for me to take a trade. Do you agree that was easy? Type 333 if you agree that was easy. Nice. So Keisha has a question. What time expiration do you usually use? I like to use 15 minutes, okay? Because again, the max you could go is 30 minutes, okay? But I like going in for 15 minutes. I think that gives it enough time. So if I'm looking at the charts, all right, and I'm taking a look at what's going on here, I usually fluctuate between 10 and 15 minutes. So it all depends on what I see over here. So I'm looking at the 5-minute chart, all right? I'm looking at the 5-minute chart, and I'm seeing what's going on. If I feel like it's only going to take 1 minute for me to get out of a trade, then I'll just place a 1 minute position. That's really it. I like using the 5-minute because it's a little more accurate to me when I'm scalping than it would be the 1 minute, which is, really crazy, right? 15 minutes, then if I'm looking at the 15-minute candles, that means that I'm going to be entering probably a 30-minute trade, all right? And usually I would risk bigger in that scenario. Let's see over here. Okay. What is your setting for the bands? I usually keep it as such. The reason why is because John Bollinger, the creator of the Bollinger Bands, still alive today. The way how he already has it set by default, 90% of the market moves happens, in between the top and the bottom, Bollinger Bands. But what I did do, I customized my Bollinger Bands just so it's easy on my eyes, right? So, for example, let's go over here to the Bollinger Band settings, okay? Right over here, Bollinger Band settings. All right, what I did was, okay, for the upper band, I made it red, right, for resistance, sell. I made the bottom Bollinger Bands blue for support, buy, right? Buy, support, sell at resistance. It's not as simple as that, but, there's a little more to it. But that's literally how I set my style, just to make it easy on my eyes and see, okay, there's a clear indication of what's going on over here. Red, sell, right? Look over here, blue, buy, right? So I did that just to customize it for myself. Now, if we want to really go crazy, we can really go crazy, right? So for example, all right, let me go to indicators over here. I could set multiple Bollinger Bands on top of one another, all right? And really, really go crazy with it. So 2, 3, 4, 5 Bollinger Band settings, okay? And what I'll do over here is this, right? I'll just change the settings, okay? Standard deviation over here 4. Standard deviation on this one, 3.5. Three. 2.5. So you see, we can really get crazy. We can really get crazy over here, okay? So if I see that it's outside of the Bollinger Bands, well, I'm going to be looking at the other Bollinger Bands that I have in place, because most likely, I mean, we're just getting really, really even more specific, especially with the entry. So if it's outside of the Bollinger Band, yeah, we could place a sell, all right, but we can still use these other Bollinger Bands with different standard deviations on it just to double check, like just to really get like more precise with it. Thanks, Bryant. Appreciate it. What is this magic? So you trade 5 or 10 minutes. Pretty much, pretty much. I just get in and get out because that's what I'm about. Now, my partner, and don't tell her this, even though she's standing right over there. Look, man, I respect swing traders. I'm a hustler, right? So I usually got events going on throughout the day or whatever. I just want to get in and out, make my money, and that's that, all right? That's it. That's just kind of guy I am. There's going to be other traders, especially in this company, that's going to, point out flaws or whatever and be like, oh, no, I don't do it for this. You're calculating pips, use this indicator, right? They get crazy, right? I'm very straight up. Give me what I want. Let me get in. Let me get out. Let me get that bag and peace, right? I'm very straight up, right? So show us your indicator settings, please. Very simple. Bollinger Band. Bollinger Bands 2.0 to 4.0 standard deviation. Just leave it as it is. You don't really need to change it. Some people change the simple moving average in the middle. I don't change that. I just change the standard deviation on it. All right, just to make it real simple. I like hustling, man. I want to be like you, kid. Oh man, I appreciate that. Yeah, so don't get too crazy on standard deviation. Just it's a thing of the markets. A lot of calculations with this, as far as like previous market moves and previous momentum settings and all this other stuff. Just keep it simple, guys. Just use the Bollinger Bands. Stack them up, all right? And just remember, Bollinger Bands are like the rubber bands of the market. But remember, no indicator is 100%. So you also want to take a look at what the market is doing. So, for example, okay, if I see over here that is a clear uptrend, but let's just say that the Bollinger Band, that the market is close to the top of the Bollinger Band, right? And it seems to be kind of a divergence, right? Which is the indicator is telling you one thing, but the market is telling you another thing. You want to be able to just take a look at the market for yourself. So I know for sure this is an uptrend, longer term uptrend. So just keep that in mind. This right here is pretty cool. I mean, I know, with the several strategies that I just taught you, right? If it's outside of Bollinger Band, okay, buy or sell, right? Whether it's the bottom or the top. You could place a sell, all right, and use the moving average here as the support, or you could place a buy and use the moving average over here as resistance, okay? You can also use it the regular way, like I showed you, and also the surfing strategy, where if you see the market, if you see a major market move, and it's just kind of surfing, all right, you want to go along with it, right? If it's surfing, you want to go along with it. You see, in an uptrend, okay, here's another thing. In an uptrend, if it's definitely for sure an uptrend, you're gonna see it surf over here at the top, and then you're gonna see it use this as support. So you see over here, happen again. So for sure, surf it on the way up, because it's clearly an uptrend. And if it's using this, if you see the market is using this as support, man, you stay in that buy. This is another entry over here, boom. Another entry over here, boom. Another entry over here, boom, right? You just kind of want to stack that. Like I said, I'm different from my partner. I'm about getting in, getting out, getting in the bag, and saying peace out. That's it. The middle line is the simple moving average, SMA, simple moving average. All right? And we see over here on the Bollinger Band, when we look at the settings, okay, the simple moving average is based on 20 days, right? It's on 20. It's automatically set to 20. I leave it there. I don't really get too crazy with it, guys. But this essentially, I use Bollinger Bands as one of my main things when I'm scalping the markets. Scalping means that you place multiple trades. You're just trying to get in and out in a matter of like minutes, or even in a matter of seconds. I'm hardcore. I'm more aggressive. My partner is very conservative, more of a long-term person. I'm more of a short-term, let me cash out kind of guy. That's just me. But with that, all right, with that power comes great responsibility, right? So you can't, you can't go too overboard, all right, because you're trading aggressively. So it's higher risk, essentially. Higher risk, higher reward, right? That's my model. But of course, when I combine different strategies, I would say my winning percentage is, I would say like 82 to 85%. Anyone who's ever traded with me live know that's what it's like. But Again, I'm very picky when it comes to entries. To me, entry is everything, especially when you're trading binary options, okay? Remember this, just remember this. If you place the buy, okay, the market could be anywhere. As long as it's 1 pip above your entry, you could cash out massively, right? So there was times where I took $1,000 positions, okay? And I cashed out, right? I actually have it live on my YouTube. Go on my YouTube channel, subscribe to my YouTube channel. I actually have it live on my YouTube where I would do like some severe, aggressive trades, and I would win, right? Past performance don't guarantee future results. Remember, this is IML, so, whatever. But if we talking off the record over here, I just say go hard or go home, right? I need to get on your live sessions. This is good stuff. Yeah, absolutely. So my live sessions are Mondays and Wednesdays. I switched the time from 6 p.m. Eastern time to 10 p.m. Eastern time because I have a team out there in California, and 10 p.m. seems to work better for everyone in the East Coast as well. So 10 p.m. Monday, 10 p.m. Wednesdays. Sometimes, I do bonus sessions where if I'm looking at the market and I'm like, oh my God, everyone needs to get in with me on these trades, I will definitely blast it out to everyone. Hey guys, jumping on a binary option session, get in. Here's the thing. All right, here's the thing. When it comes to binary options and you live in the US, the minimum to start your binary options account is $500. It used to be $250. But, with U.S. regulations, they made it $500. But if you live outside of the U.S., it's $250, okay? So I believe, bro, my mentor is in Australia. Thank you very much for having me on, just learning from you. Absolutely, Brian, absolutely. And thank you, Keisha. Thank you, Justin. Do you have more videos? Because I like the way you explain and break down. Yeah, actually, I do. I just posted. Matter of fact, I want you guys to get a sample. I want you guys to get a sample because really, I'm not really trading right now. This is more of a training. But if you're on trading with me, I'm like this. I talk loud. I'm a little, hope I don't knock out your eardrums. But I like the excitement, guys. I thrive on that. I love seeing people make money. Let me actually give you guys my latest binary options live session, which was on Thursday. Okay. Let me go into my videos over here, my channel. Yes. Give you guys a couple of things. I actually just got a couple more subscribers. Yay, I'm above 300 subscribers on YouTube. Woohoo! All right. So over here, you can see, guys, I have a whole archive of videos of me trading live. Like, I don't hide. I don't hide, guys. I don't hide. Win or loss, we do our thing. So, and what I always tell my people in the binary option sessions, if we take a loss, we take a loss like a boss. No crying, no whining, no complaining. You know what it is. It's in or out. It's lose or win. But, we have some fun, and we also have some pretty good trading. So I'm actually, this video here, I'm just going to take the URL. 10 sec. Let me right click this, get the URL here. All right. So this is a live trading session. All right. You guys take a look at it at your own time. You can skip through it. I've actually, you can enjoy it because I actually put the time marks over here for each thing, for every sell, every trade that I called, little explanations over here, like $500 to $5,000 challenge details. The cool thing about YouTube is you can actually just click it. Okay.
First thing first.
And it'll play it at that time mark. So use this over here. All right. Use this over here. All right. As your guide to see what you want to see. Okay, guys. So subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'll be putting out the binary options live sessions. I'll be putting out on the chats. All right. So this session, we had 6 wins and 1 loss. So out of 7 trades, 6 were wins, 1 was a loss. And the one that was a loss, we placed a very minimum risk on it. So yeah, really cool, man. I hope you guys, get on, have fun, make some funds. All right. And that's really what we're about. We keep it within an hour. I am not one of those educators. I'm more of a straight to the point guy. I'm not one of those Forex educators out there outside of IML that, want to drag you into a 5-hour session. I'm sorry, but I'm a hustler. I got things to do. All right. I love building the business, that's my passion. That's what I do, building the business, okay? I've been a home-based business owner for over 5 years, multiple six figures. That's my passion. However, I needed to learn a way how I can trade and get paid, and that's it. So I got more interested in scalping, got better with times, and then I stumbled upon binary options, which is a different way of trading Forex, and that's it. It was a match made in heaven. So if you're like me, if you're like saving time and making more money, binary options may be for you. For those of you that are a little more conservative, okay, then stick to swing trade strategies. All good. There's no right or wrong way. For example, I have a couple of my friends that called out, hey guys, the dollar's going to do this for the whole week, so place the position now and carry it for the next couple of weeks. And there's a lot of money to be made in that. Do not get me wrong. But for the majority of us that just want to get in and get out with the bag of money, all right, binary options may work for you. So I just sent you guys a YouTube video. Subscribe to my channel. Take a look at the video. Take a look at the description so you can skip to the time marks of what exactly you want to see. And yeah, every time when I start my live sessions, I take about 2 minutes to explain what binary options is. I also take about 2 minutes to explain the $500 to $5,000 challenge, all right, which is pretty much how by focusing on 5% a day, starting with a $500 account, in 50 business days, not including weekends and without withdrawals, that account could grow to over $5,000. So I believe it's very doable for the average person, and that's what we're about. We're about taking people that have a bank account that looks average and turning that bank account into a savage. That's what we're about. I'm having trouble closing people for this opportunity, almost like people doubt me. Guess I have to get sick at trades to show them. Honestly, I tell you what, I'm going to give you a building strategy right now that almost no builder talks about, right? This is a new age strategy. I'm one of the new up-and-coming leaders, but I'll give this to you. Use IML TV to your advantage, all right? So check this out. Let's just say that there's a live session at 7 p.m., okay? And you want to do your whole meeting or you want to do a live event or whatever, okay? Have people come over to your house, have them trade with you. Tune into IML TV on a live trading session, make money in front of their face. Show them this is very easy to follow. When they see you make money, they get excited. Okay, let me show you a quick video as to how you get involved in the program. And just let the results do the talking for you. I think what happens is people try to be convincing. People try to be salespeople. Nobody wants to talk to no salesperson. That's it. You want to come to them just straight up. Hey, look, I'm seeing results. Check this out. This is how you get in. Kind of like how, you're sharing, let's say, an iPhone 10 or something, right? You're just going over the details. You're excited about what the features are and everything. You're excited about how the camera, is better than most SLR cameras out there, right? You're just talking about the features, how much it costs. It costs $1,000. Nobody would think that you're selling, all right? You're just pretty much sharing your experience. So when you come from a place of sharing your experience and they see that it works, you're on IMO TV and you're seeing results, or even if they're not trading live, they're getting the value just by sitting there with you. IMO TV is a perfect prospecting tool and a trading tool to help you trade and get paid, right? And then you just play a simple video. Let me show you. I don't want to stay on this topic because this is more for traders. Let me just show you my opportunity presentation, which is really well. A lot of people love this. It's more of like a movie style, presentation. Okay. This is the best iMarkets Live overview out there. It's only 7 minutes long. It's not a dragged out webinar. Like I said, guys, I'm a straight to the point guy. Get in, get out. That's it. Straight to the point. No fluff. No dragging time. People got things to do. People got families. People got business to run. People got a job to go to. So I'm all about getting in, getting out, getting straight to the point, giving them the facts, showing the numbers, and that is enough. All right. No need to, be a salesperson. Just be straight up. Does anyone have any questions in regards to trading? Brian, subscribe. Nice. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Subscribe, guys. Take advantage. I put out videos for everyone out there. I noticed today I got someone who disliked it. Right. It's all good, guys. All right. So I think that's about it. We're gonna conclude this, and guys, we'll see you on the other side. Yeah. So we start at $500. Do we risk 1 to 3%? So this challenge that I have, the $500 to $5,000 challenge, it's more like 5%. All right. So to make 5%, you have to risk a little more. So the 1 to 3% is more for swing trading, which is longer term trading. My sessions is more like scalping. So I scalp the markets, but I execute my trades using binary options. That's how I can trade. I could tie the two together. Yes. So with binary, as I aforementioned, guys, really not much explaining here. This is the interface. This is your account balance right over here. Okay, let me, this is too big. All right, this is your account balance right over here. Okay, this is the time that you want to get in and out of a trade. This is what you will risk. Okay, so let's just say 100, right? This is the amount profits you will make when you win the trade. So you win your money back plus the profits. This is buy at market price, and this is sell at market price. If you buy at market price, as long as the market is anywhere above your entry at the time expiration, you won the trade. If you place a sell, all right, this is sell at market. When the market is below your entry, you place a sell. By the time expiration, you won the trade. Very straight up, all right? You know the cash risk, which is $100. You know the reward risk, which would be 180, right, altogether. Here's the different currencies, all right? You can also trade cryptocurrencies in the binary options market, such as, Bitcoin USD, Litecoin, Bitcoin. You can also do it with some of these cryptos that you see over here. So really not much explaining. We see over here with cryptos, the payout is 60%, so that's lower than, let's say, like some of these, like USD JPY, and GBP JPY, little, payouts are a little more. But I hope that explains binary options. Very simple, very straight up. Get into one of my sessions, guys, and Monday and Wednesdays at 10 p.m. live trading. You guys can follow me on Facebook. Let me give you my Facebook URL so you guys can follow me here. All right, there we go. You guys could click that and you can just get in. Brian, how can I get into one of your sessions? We're going to put it out in the chats. Every time I get into my sessions, I always put it out in chat. So you're more than welcome to just simply click and join. Why would anyone trade 70% when there's 80%? I would say it's a little, well, you're right, but it all depends on what the currency pair in itself is doing. They might have better trading opportunities. So, for example, let's just say over here we're looking at the USD franc, so 70%, right? But if there's a clear opportunity where we know for sure we're going to make money, what I'll do is I'll up the risk a whole lot more, right? Because I know it's going to be a for sure win, right? And then I'll be able to enter a trade. Whereas, let's say one of these that pay out 80% is just consolidating and I can't really see much. I stick to USD JPY for the most part. It's good for the New York sessions. It's good for the Tokyo session. I like trading Tokyo session. It's all the sessions are good to trade. Most people say that the London session is the most volatile, and it is. However, it doesn't mean that you can't find opportunities in trading with the other sessions. Like I said, I'm an in and out kind of a guy. I'm busy throughout the day. But guess what? After 5 o'clock, when everyone gets out of work, I want to trade. So I thought to myself, I said, look, I don't want to stay up in the middle of the night for London session. At the same time, I don't want to wake up super early in the morning for the New York session. How could I make this work? Okay, Tokyo session. All right, what's the most volatile pairs? What is the most volatile currency during the Tokyo session? Japanese pairs, So in every problem, there's opportunity. In every problem, there's opportunity, all right? So guys, I'm gonna actually cut the session now. We're already above our time mark. I hope you got a lot of value out of this. I really hope that you guys join us in our binary sessions. Let me can we demo binary? Someone mentioned a broker where you can actually demo binary, but with Binary Mate, FinRally, and BinaryCent.com, there is no demo. All right, so it's just straight up make your money, learn from your mistakes if you lose any money. When you lose money in the markets, when you lose live money, you gotta look at it like you paid for that lesson, so you know what to look forward to next time. Before you know what not to look for next time, right? Is IQ a best platform to trade binary? I haven't used that broker, but that's the broker that I've heard that has demo in it. You can also use Santon Direct. Yeah, Santon Direct has Santon Direct has demo, and you can demo a binary. But the thing is that the payout is low. It's like 50%, so it's very low compared to this. It's like 80%. The payout there is a little lower. Can this be traded on phones? No. When you trade binary options, it's best to have a laptop. I don't Binary Mate, Binary Cent, FinRally. They don't have an app. Which one will you recommend? I recommend FinRally. I'm using FinRally right now. Originally I had Binary Mate. It's all the same thing. I just like the look of FinRally a little better, a little easier on my eyes. Let me. Is it cool if I drop my links to my community so you can ask me questions and stuff? Okay, let's do this. All right, so everyone get in this chat. You got any questions about binary scalping or whatever, join that. You can also use this is my signals only chat. So I toss up, some of the things I see, my technical analysis there. This is a broadcast chat for my signals. You guys can use that as well. And yeah, guys, with that said, just get in, ask your questions, and I'll be more than happy to help with what I can. And happy trading for the most part, guys. All right, we'll talk to you guys later, and let's get it. Trade, get paid. All right, peace, guys.